My name is Brian Crystalline Rojas, straight out of Trigger City, Tampa, Florida, hired by Hernan Roldan. And we are so fired up with our Alliance Couture, our Alliance gear.
Our swag.
Our swag, baby. And we are so fired up for this experience. First time trip, 2 years in the business. We missed Hawaii. Hernan called me through FaceTime and he said, you cannot miss Paris, baby. So we started putting in some appointments. We started putting in the activity. We started putting in the work. There were time of doubts. There were time of not knowing if we were gonna make it, but we made it through, baby. And the experience has been far to none. Favorite thing, man, we went out with Tim Goat to the Eiffel Tower, walking, and just seeing the Eiffel Tower lighting up, you know, taking some pictures with my wife was just amazing. We had a chance to eat crepes, crepes with the Goat Ministry.
We even sing grape.
Grape. We call them crepes. But just hanging around with people, building relationships, sightseeing, you know, the Eiffel Tower. Who gets to see the Eiffel Tower in person, you know?
The Mona Lisa, even though we were like 200 people behind the Mona Lisa, it was still an awesome experience just to be able to take that selfie, say we were there.
Guys, the experience has been amazing, but the fact that the average person from where I'm from does not get to do this, where nobody just comes to Paris, and if you do, who comes to Paris with 200 of their best friends? And on top of that, who comes to Paris to the Westin, guys, to the Westin? It's unheard of, you know, and we are so blessed, we are so humbled to be a part of a small thread of people that go against the grain, that go against the currents, you know, that want to make a difference, that want to fight a war against poverty and are doing it. And we get to be elevated with these people. So I am just so grateful that we were able to be here with these leaders today.
I know the closest my family has ever gotten to coming to Paris has been Las Vegas, that fake Eiffel Tower. And so I can actually say that I've been here to Europe. None of my immediate family has been to Europe. So this is just amazing. This is a game changer. Because we know for a fact that our family, when we have one, our children are gonna experience this, our children's children. I mean, this is just like, we're breaking generational curses.
Come on, baby.
Everybody can do it. If we can do it, and we are far, 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 far from perfect, anybody can do it. You just gotta have that WANTTO, that want to.
That want to.
And if y'all want to do this, y'all can do it. We believe in you.
Hey y'all, we are Marcus and Carly Richardson, hired by Andy Albright. Been around for a while, but this is one of my favorite trips. We are in Paris, getting to experience all the sights, taste all the food, and get to experience the Paris feel. A couple days ago, we went to see the catacombs. That's all the skulls and walking through, seeing all the dead folks. I didn't know what we were getting into. My wife said we're going to see the catacombs. I said, cool, get down there, see some skulls. A little freaky, but I enjoyed it. Everything's been awesome. We also went to the Louvre Museum. The Louvre Museum is one of those things where you gotta go several times to see everything. We didn't even get through a quarter of it, but that was incredible to see everything at the Louvre Museum. The next part of this is getting to Alaska. So getting here was not simple. It's easy, but not simple, meaning we put in the work, made the calls, got hung up on, got told no. It's what we do though. I don't mind getting told no for experiences like this because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It'll change your life, change your world. We want you to come to Alaska with us. 115,000, but if you're a go-getter and an overachiever, we want to see you in Seattle, 200,000. We're looking forward to seeing you guys with us. Come with us, y'all. We're the Alliance family. We'll see you in Alaska.
Are you rolling the intro, Billy?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Brought to you today live from beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Now, let's hear it for our host, our President and CEO, Andy Albright.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that introduction. I am back on the island, back on Treasure Island. Went out to Dallas, did a few meetings. I did not recall meeting with any agents, heroes out there on our team. It was a headquarters integrity mission meetings. Spent a lot of time with our CEO of integrity, Brian Adams, and flew back, got back today, just like 30 minutes ago, about 35, 45 minutes ago. I'm fired up about today's comments. Couple reasons on our team. I've got 4 things that when you're dealing with people, you need to overcome them. The 4 things, let me tell you real quick. Everybody wants to know where they're going. Y'all have heard Tim Goad say this. Don't pull these up to you until I scream for them. Everybody wants to know where they're going. Everybody wants you to fix their problem for them. Okay? Just keep in mind, it's like a baby hollering for cotton candy. It's not necessarily what you do. I'm just telling you, I'm giving you a prediction. Like with Megan Yakey, I see her. Megan wants me to fix her problems. Megan wants to avoid risk, and Megan wants a map. Okay, avoiding risk, solve their problems for them, promise, tell them where we're going, and then give them a roadmap. That's just the way the psyche of people work. So when I'm talking to people, when I sit down with a new recruit, that's why I say I don't get into insurance. I get into those 4 things. Now, I got to tell you, I don't check them off like a box. I'm just looking at them thinking, this jerker does not want to have any risk. I mean, just talking to them, you know what they want. Like I've been around them so long. They want to know where we're going. They want to know what it's going to feel like it. And they want to know exactly what to do, exactly step by step. So I'm going to get into those 4 things. I always say I'm trying to trick people because knowing their psyche, like 40/40 is just it's a tool. It's no more than if you use a shovel. I like it, Bale. If you use a shovel to dig a hole, you're tricking the sand into getting out of the hole so that you have a hole. It's just a tool that we use. So 40/40 is a tool. I have a lot of different tools I use to get people. I use to get people going. So let me show you one of the tools that I'm working with. We just had a heck of a meeting. We had close to 800 people there. We were shooting for 1,000, so we failed at 800. You would like to fail and only have 800 on your team there this coming up meeting at family reunion, Nick. Where's my list of people? Here we go. Nick Greco, Mike Guerrera, Jake and Beret, Brandon Beal, Brandon Manley, Marcus Richardson. These are 4 people, about 6 couples I really want to kind of direct this at. All of you that are on here, I'm directing it at you, but I wanted to make sure I'm getting those names. So fail by getting 800 people there. So what I did on stage, I said, all right, I'm going to run a contest, $50,000, and I'm going to run this contest for all the agency managers. And so what I'm going to say is, agency manager Manley, this is not for you. This is for all your team, but you got to get your team on the list. And I've decided, I think I said it then, the top 25. If I didn't say top 25, this is what we're going with. I said, all of your people, Riddle, in your base, you need to talk to them about how many people are they getting at the event. WIT is what the contest is going to be based on. Now, don't be crazy if you got one leg that's got 20 people. That's a good thing. Peace out, right? I'm happy for you. But what we'd like to see is 4 other legs or 6 other organizations there with you. So I said, I'm going to do a $50,000 contest. So I asked my math guys to put the grid up. So let me show you what that grid's going to look like. Thank you, Tia. Here it is right here. So this is the grid that we're going to use. Number one, perfect. Hey, whoa, shrink it just a little bit more. You had it perfect and it kept going. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So number one person will be given $5,000 credit, cash, leads, however you're going to look at it. It's real money. The 25th person will get $500. What I'm trying to do is identify who is going to get stuff done. GSD, get stuff done. Now, so the name of the person who has the most signed up is who's going to be on the leaderboard at number one. But it's going to be judged. They got to get there. So you can sign them up, get a ticket. So we're going to look at who's got the most ticket in WIT, who's the widest coming to family reunion. Who gets there will ultimately determine who gets the $5,000. So what's next going to be critical is the next column. That's going to be agency manager. So what's going to happen, Bill and Bale and Brandon, your name is going to be in the third column saying, hey, this agent is in my base shop. So it becomes, can you get somebody successful? Can you find somebody that'll become successful? What you ideally want, Chris Manifold, is you're not agency manager yet, I don't think. So you're going to want to be on this. What would be cool, Chris, is if you had another person on here. Now, you won't get credit because you're not an agency manager yet. But if you're an agency manager, Brandon Manley, you want to have 5, 6, or 7 people on this list of top 25 that comes out of your base. So what I'm essentially doing is giving every agency manager $50,000 to promote their organization going crazy and hiring WIT and getting them committed to family reunion. So I'm thinking about this. I'm trying to decide how big this contest is. Let me see. Go back to my folks on here. See who's showing up. How big do you think this is, Riddle? Is this impactful, $5,000 and their name being at the top?
Yeah, I mean, if $5,000 for a non-agency manager will change their business, they can invest that and just grow 10x in the next 3 months afterwards. So,
so it's impactful money. So if I gave you that kind of money, like let's do this. Chris Manifold, what is your lead bill run or Yankees? Who buys leads? Which one of y'all buy a lot of leads? Marcus, what's your lead bill? Well, Marcus, you're agency manager, so that won't matter. Murray and Jake, are y'all listed as agency managers yet? What's your lead bill run every week, Murray?
Anywhere between 700 and 1,100 a week.
Okay. So you would get 5 weeks of no lead bill. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you could just still spend what you've been spending and double the amount of leads you get.
Right.
Rather
Or give it to our team.
Or give them to your team. So would that $5,000 be impactful to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're looking at these. I don't want to pull the chart up yet, but Super PAC, where you can get promoted up to higher commissions and get recognition. Joseph 2 hit platinum in April. So if he hits it again in May, he gets promoted to 120%. Vernon Smith did Ruby. Gus Turan did Ruby. Qualified or actually hit it and got promoted up. Mike and Brittany Rodriguez went Sapphire in May. So that means March and April, they hit the numbers to get promoted up. So with all these leads flowing, if you got the $5,000, it gives you the money to double up or triple up on leads. Pretty impactful. So what you're hoping is you want to look at your organization and your most likely person to go agency manager. So Marcus, if you're looking, what you want to do is you want to think, who's your most likely person? You talk about 2 or 3 people. I see David Bragg's killing it and selling. I'd go to Bragg and say, Bragg, let's see if we can't get you a dozen legs at family reunion. Make sense?
Yes.
And then what happened is we go to work recruiting, building your business, and then boom, you get a bonus. How big is this for your team, Marcus?
It's huge. It's huge.
So you got to see one of your people on there to see your name on that list.
So make sure I'm with you. So like, let's say, for example, Rory has 12, and then it would go Rory, and then David has like 10. Would that account for 22? And then Rory would be in first place and David would be in second, kind of thing? Or how does that work?
Correct. Yeah. So Rory would be in first place. If nobody else has 12 signed up for family reunion, it would say Rory Bean, and then the next column, it would be agency manager Marcus Richardson. And then right below it, David Bragg, because he's number 2 with 11. And then beside that, Marcus Richardson.
Okay.
Make sense? So
yes.
So agency manager that comes in and their name is on there 2 different times, and that number leg, 1 leg and number 2 leg, that means you got 2 smoking legs that are not agency manager.
Okay.
Tracking?
Yes.
So, Carrie Edwards, can you see some of your people going after this?
Absolutely. We're fired up, buddy. We got them on the call Monday night, and we was pumping and priming, and we was signing up online together, getting ready for family reunion, baby. We're going to have some people win some money, bro. This money is impactful for us to be able to invest back into our business. Thank you for doing it.
It's a 90-day run, $50,000. It's not like all year long we'll give away $50,000. This is a 90-day run. This is real, live, warm, soft, fuzzy pack. You with me? This is a real deal. What if it was $10,000 at number 1 instead of 5? Would that make it crazier? You think that would, it's like when I was real when I was building my little network marketing business, I stopped at a gas station to change clothes. And I was in the bathroom and I looked down and there was a nickel in the urinal. And I look at that nickel and I think, I sure could use that nickel. But I said to myself, I'm not going to do it. So I took out a dime and threw it in there. And I said, for 15 cents, I'm going to stick my hand down in there. I wouldn't do it for a nickel, but for 15 cents, I'm going in, baby. So that's my question. Would that change whether they go in or not if we changed it from $5,000 to $10,000? Anybody think? Could it make them go in crazier? Let's look back at the chart, Tia, and let's think about this thing. All right. So if 5,000 went to 10,000, 4,000 would go to 8,000, 3,900 would go to 7,800. And then the bottom one down there that ain't doing too good, but well, he ain't doing bad. He's number 25 in the country. It would go to $1,000 lead credit, and we would give away $100,000 on a 90-day run. Sell me, Terry. Convince me to drop another $50,000.
I think it's already done, baby. Let's just do it. Are you in?
I just got back from Dallas, Texas, Bo. We're talking about worldwide headquarters.
Well, everything is bigger. Everything is bigger in Texas. So let's make this contest bigger, baby.
You what, Bo? All right. Let me think here.
No, give it to him, Terry. Come on. We got to give it to him because number one goal is getting that premium up. So if someone had $10,000 to invest in their business, that's a $100,000 leg. We need it, Andy. Don't cut it short at, don't cut it short at 5. We need the 10. We need that.
We gotta be in 24/7. Are you?
Double down, baby. Double down.
Andy, that stock's going to go through the roof if we have that 100,000 on there. There's so many people going to come on board. They're going to write so much business.
Their money don't make
different hands,
people
right?
there.
We're going to raise that stock up.
Scared money don't make money, Andy. You're the one that told me that.
I know you ain't scared. He is not scared.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tia, let me have them faces back, Tia. Let's see who's saying. There's going to be a bunch of people talking junk on here. Jara, does that change things for you from a nickel to 15 cents?
Double down, baby. Let's do it.
$100,000. Nick, you ever been anything where they throw out money like this?
No, sir.
Would that make a difference to you if it was 10,000 up there at number one? Somebody like Beret who's spending $1,000 a week, that would be 10 weeks, 2.5 months of free leads, or 2.5 months to double the amount of leads for her organization and for her and Jake. That'd be big for you, Nick.
I think it'd be huge because you got to figure you get all these people to the event, they get excited. All right, well then now you got the money to get them going, get them selling leads. So I'd reach in the urinal for that.
Either I just fell out of my chair or this thing just leaned over, Billy. Okay. All right. So let me keep thinking while I'm talking here. That's a little piece of change right there. $100,000, 90-day run. We start showing up the leaderboard. Who's got tickets moved? Manley? Does this ring the bell for you? Does this change the situation for your team? Do you think Vinny would try harder for 10 grand? Do you think Daniel? You think Mark? You think Jeff? Do you think they would put in extra effort and go a little bit crazier?
100%. No doubt. I mean, that would be just, it would explode your business right away. You talk about 10 grand, that's $100,000 leg. Add that to your group. That's huge.
All right. So let me, here's what we need to get them to do, Riddle. It's what you've been doing, Jake. Tell them about what's going on, Jake. You were forced by me to start calling your list, right?
Yes, sir. Right on the TWC, you called me out and said, I want you to text 5 people, and then it turned into 8. But I'll tell you that batch of texts has netted me 2 out of those 5 original that I sent are coming on board. I've got one in class, a guy that I flew helicopters with way back in Iraq and in Afghanistan. He's coming on board. And then another good buddy of mine who I also flew helicopters with, he's coming on board. And they know people. And I'll tell you, just, the fact that you told me to do it, that's one thing that I learned from that, Andy, is we need to lead people. You know, we need to lead people into doing what's going to make them money. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me to do that. And you've been telling me, but it's massive. It really is. So, and I'll tell you this, 25 people getting over $1,000, you know, and non-agency managers. I was so fired up about that when you said that, Andy, when you talked about this contest and you said it wasn't going to be for agency managers. Everybody's got a shot. People that think maybe they didn't have a shot against, you know, against people who've been doing this a while, they've got a shot. They can get over $1,000. That's amazing.
Y'all, we're going to war and Andy's paying for the ammo. I'm
Right.
so fired up about this.
Right.
And we don't need no pellets, Andy. We need bombs, baby.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody failing to pull the trigger. I need you shooting. So let's do this. Here's what I need from you. Y'all know I'm a trader. All right. I want to trade you the $100,000 for the people that are on this call to reach out to a minimum of 12 people today. What's today, Wednesday? I would take it if you do it. I don't know when you do your recruiting dials, but you got to pick out 12 people that you've not talked to. I can show you the text. My last driver, I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. It was in the car out, and I texted her. I said, hey, listen, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you, but, you know, we're putting something together here in this Medicare. And with the new administration that's going on, the government, they're gonna open up the floodgates, and we're gonna need some help. And it's paying a fortune. This new Medicare system for people over 65, they're gonna drop the age to 62 or 60. I have heard talk of them dropping it to 50. Free health insurance to drop to age 50. I think Brian said it would triple our market if you just dropped it to 60 from 65. So we can't get to everybody turning 65. They drop it to 60. We're going to need so much help. So what happened, so y'all get what I'm saying, where I'm headed with this, right? Is reach out. I don't care what market you're interested in. If you like the IUL market, you say, I've got this new insurance product that they just changed the law 7702. That law just came into place. It's somehow the lobbyists snuck it through January 1 of 2021. You can put in twice as much money that you can fund an IUL for investment purposes. And it does not, you do not have to buy more life insurance. It's way more, it performs so much better. I don't know if any of y'all run quotes like that. I've got some in my inbox that I've got to look at that I've asked to be run on my children and my nephew. And I said, I need to see what it looks like. Okay. So whatever product you get fired up about, if you're fired up about, I'm fired up about final expense because that stuff issues like this and mortgage protection, because nothing's more important to a person than their family and their home. And if they just got a new home and they got a family, bro, and you can't sell that, woo. Okay. The real estate market is the hottest it's been in 50 years. You could say that. The real estate market. Help, insurance, Andy, or North Carolina, or headquarters, or Dallas, Texas. A lot of people are recruiting to this too. Integrity. Work with this big company called Integrity. Thought about you. We got leads. Make sure you're getting those four things. Leads, somebody besides you. Use Andy, use your upline, use Integrity. Insurance, and what was the other one? Got leads, help, insurance, another person. So it's help. We need help. Okay? So if I can get every single one of y'all to promise to reach out in with 12 different people that you've not talked to about this business, I will commit to $100,000.
I'm in, Andy. I'm in.
I'm at 3 right now, Andy.
Yep.
Terry, three people that you had never talked to, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You know, we met people at the event in Burlington that they went to high school with somebody and he was there with somebody else, or they just got somebody in class. I think your guy, Riddle, wasn't it your guy, that young guy? Or maybe it was your guy, Mathis. Was that right, Jason?
Yeah, Trey. Trey had a guy that he knew, and somebody else recruited him.
Got him in class, and now Trey has to encourage him, and he ain't on his team, right?
Right.
So we should be going to Trey, Trey, listen. It's $100,000 at stake, brother. $10,000 needs to go in your pocket. Not to mention just building your business. What's that's work? See how this is almost like a trick? Because you should go hog nasty, crazy, wild, no holds bar, psycho, lunatic. Anyway, putting in wit, calling everybody you know about this opportunity. Instead, we're going to trick you with $1,000 to the 25th person, but you will put your name on there. So it's really going to be, oh, by the way, whenever there's a tie, y'all know what breaks a tie, right?
Premium, baby. Premium, baby.
Premium, baby. Their personal issue pay premium. That breaks a tie. 25 recruiters outside of our agency managers. Do we have 25 recruiters outside of our agency managers? Yeah, we do. Can you put one of yours in the top 25? Megan, are you thinking about who you and Jonathan can get recruiting?
Yes. Yeah, I am going through my phone list right now, but yeah, I'm recruiting.
But
I've just picked it back up.
Do you have anybody in your organization you think about?
Yeah.
Listen to this. You could hire somebody today. They could get their license 90 days from now or 2 days before the event and have a dozen legs there and get the $10,000.
Right.
Think about that, Nick. You know, promoters. You might have a guy that you could get in the business today, and he could get 12 legs there at our family reunion. Brian Tracy live talking about how to become a multimillionaire on your own terms through the Alliance system. The Goads, Bree Goads singing. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, turn yourself around, start all over again. We get Vanilla Ice screaming, premium, premium, baby. By the way, I did that with Brian Adams. I said, ice, ice, baby. Dude, he sang the second verse to me. Now, keep in mind, Brian Adams, the CEO of Integrity. It's not Brian Adams, the very famous musician. But Brian Adams, the CEO, broke out the next verse. I mean, I can play it in my head, but I can't say the words. It blew my mind that he knew it. Plus, Megan Wood, Belle Krause, Gina teaching. Kim is going to be there. Kim Clark on the Medicare subject. Presidents of insurance companies, CEOs, actuaries. This is going to be the networking event of the decade. Your person, brand new, Nick, starts recruiting and gets a $5,000 bonus on stage in his first 90 days. Wouldn't it be cool if out of the 25 people, 15 or 20 of them were not even in the business until tomorrow, had never heard about this business until they got a text from you?
We'll do it. We already got people doing it. And I've got some new ones doing it too.
That was so funny on stage when you said, I decided I'll get this business, make me some money. I'm not going to do this networking. And that was so funny to me. It just hit me.
Yeah, but I can't help it. It's so good. Like, how could you not tell your friends, about this? Like, we're making the money's crazy. How could you not tell your friends? How could you not recruit them?
And you're going to have people, Nick, that only want to sell. Let them do it. It's not a problem. But you're going to have people that only want to recruit. Let them do it. You know who's going to make money fast and end up making $200,000 a month? The people that sell and recruit. That's why we say we sell and recruit and we build. It's not complicated. But we let people do what they want. Just like if they want to buy term, let them buy term. If they want to buy IUL, let them buy IUL. That whole life. Let's do it. I don't care. We're shaking and baking. We're moving. We're killing poverty. One person at a time, one show the plan at a time, one term policy at a time, one massive annuity at a time. We are killing poverty. Oh, I heard something today. We've heard this before. Let me remind you. What are we focused on? Poverty. What's the biggest enemy to us? Yesterday. That's our biggest enemy is yesterday. Yesterday is an ally to poverty. If we start talking about what happened to us when I was a child, what happened to my great-granddaddy, what happened to me when I got started with the Alliance, my upline did this, did that, that is yesterday. So we want to be focused on the future, don't we? We want to focus on right now. What we're going to do today. How many people have you texted? How many of you can give me? How many of you did 3? How many of you did 10? How many of you going to have to get your toes on here? You with me? I'm trying to get you to do the right thing. Okay. All right. By the way, how much money you make last week, Nick?
I don't know the exact number, but over 10 G's.
Davies just texted me. He said Nick made over $11,000 last week. So it might be if it's 10.5, we're gonna call it 11. You know that.
I'm cool with that.
We're not totally not exaggerating, right? But deposited in a week, and then you look at how much of that was overrides in the legs you got. I don't know if you got, I know you had 2 issue paying, and I know you were like, it was terrible. And I was like, man, don't worry about it. Everybody starts out with none. You got 2 issue paying. Can you imagine overriding 12 legs, getting 10,000 in a week from your pen and 10,000 in a week in override? Next thing you know, you're going to be making real money. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, like, I'm fired up. Like, that's what we're going to do. You know, we just got to get everybody over the insurance hump, selling the insurance.
Oh, you got to get them over getting a license. How about that? My mother-in-law told me that. She said, it's going to be different, Andy. You got to get them to get a license. I said, it's easy. Anybody can do it. You got to be kidding me. It takes 2 days. You serious? Well, some people procrastinate. Some people worry about yesterday. Some people let stupid stuff get in the way. We got to find them that makes no excuses and goes ballistic. Okay, so I got your exact number, $11,328.91 last week. Yes. Watch this, guys. How many of y'all will be excited to have hired him? Jason Mathis? He's in depth. We go wide, then we go deep. Don't know if I'd have ever met Nick if I didn't fly to Denver. I believe I would, but who's going to take that chance? Who's going to set it home? I guess I kind of cut the deal with you to text a minimum of 12 people, but could I get a show of hands? Can I get you to agree to leave your house and stay overnight? Go somewhere in depth? Marcus, go in depth and then lock them in. 2 in depth, 3 in depth. Help them get deposited $11,000.
I'm in.
Jera, can I get you to travel?
I'm in.
Rojas? All right. Nick, Eric Bobby Belair did Sapphire. Tim and Nikki Long did Sapphire. Jake and Beret did Sapphire. Tim Sipe did Pearl. Jan Miller did Gold. James and Pam Alara qualified Silver. Mike and Kate Marisi, Bronze. Jason and Tawny Carey, Bronze. And Jeremy and Amy Patton bronze. Let me tell you what those numbers mean as far as volume. So platinum, Megan Wood hit platinum. Platinum takes you to a 120. All you got to do is 75,000 2 months in a row. Megan Wood can do it. I will say this for Megan. If Megan can do it, you can do it. Eric and Bobby Belair did sapphire. Takes you to 100. That is 40. What is that? $40,000. Hey, Tia, can you pull up the Super PAC? Is that available for personal producers?
Give me just a second.
Okay, take your time on that. For real. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm gonna let you work on that, Tia. I didn't mean to surprise you, but I know I will. I'm gonna pull up. Let's talk about these new people that you're recruiting. What are they wondering about? Okay, there we go. Let's do this. I'll come back to this. Okay. So scroll it down, Tia, so we can look at the personal producers. Okay, right here. So I'm sorry, you don't need 75,000 2 months in a row to get you to platinum. It's 70,000 2 months in a row. 60,000 2 months in a row push you to diamond. 50,000 push you to ruby. I want to make sure everybody sees these and understands it. 2 months in a row, you knock out that production and you're promoted to emerald, ruby, diamond, platinum. Getting to sapphire is only a 1 month qualification. Not like invest like crazy and go to sapphire. You think we got it? Nick, you got it. If you got it, you're brand new. Everybody think we got it? Get thumbs up. Does anybody question it? Marcus, you explain it to them.
You go out and write some business and you do at least 20 applications. So you can have one big one and write a bunch of children's ones. As long as it totals 40, you're going to get a 100% contract. And 100% is easier to do the math on. People say, how much am I going to make? Just say, invest about $4,000 in lead. Let's go out and sell 40,000 in a month. And then let's get it with 20 applications. So that way you can get a 100% contract. Whatever you got to do to make that happen.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. The ease of math would make me want to do it more than anything.
Right.
That's a good tip. And it takes 20 apps minimum. You can write 40 apps, right?
Right.
I'm glad I asked you to explain it. Megan Yakey, you explain it.
Same as Marcus. You got to invest in leads, get that 40,000 issue paid, or put in 40 apps, however you think about it, because your average app is going to be $1,000 AP. So go write 40 applications, get that issued, get you bumped up to 100. Now you're making more.
Why not?
Why not?
Don't want to. Not willing to work, not willing to make the phone calls, not willing to get embarrassed, not willing to stay out all day long. Okay, scroll down a little bit. Here's another way to do it. If you're not as big a producer, here's how you get up to 105%. You get two people doing 20,000. Scroll down just a little. I mean, I guess you'd scroll up. I don't know how you say it. I want to see the producers. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit more. You're heading the right direction. There we go. If you would like to go to 116% contract, you need to have 3 people doing 25,000. This is how you bump up contract and go crazy. Right in front of you. This is on the ARC under resources. Up when you log on to the ARC, go under resources, and you'll see the Super PAC. Okay. All right. Come back to my people, Tia. Thank you. Oh, you going to show them where it is? There you go. Super PAC right there. Resources. Then you click on Super PAC. There it is. Right there. Man. You know what's been firing me up? When I click on Stephen Davies, when I click on Andy Riddle's organization, I click on that ARC and see how much overrides they're making on each leg. First leg, second leg, third leg, fifth leg, seventh leg, 8th, 9th, 8th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. You get in there at 14 and they're making $200 a month I started scratching my head. I'm like, oh my God. How many of y'all love that new feature on the Arc? That's just crazy to me. Like, oh, coming soon. You're going to be able to click on your group on the Arc, and it's going to draw your group out for you in circles and tell you how much production each person did month to date. So you'll be able to look at your group and you tell a person like, oh, you're so close to 20,000. Oh, and you'll be able to look at your group drawn out and you just start calling people up and tell them how close they are to hitting stuff. I can't believe it. I had the head of IT, the whole United States of America. I had a whole head of IT for integrity. His name is Hirsch. He spells it like harsh, but it's Hirsch. Super smart dude. He was just like, he was into it, man. He looked at CEO and they said, do you want to be our head of IT, Albright? And I was like, to be clear, Albright did not do this. Albright dreamed of this. I'll be your head dreamer, but not your head of IT. Hirsch was fired up. He's him and Robbie been calling up, and Robbie's going to talk to the IT people. It's mind blowing. All right. Okay, let's talk about what people are going to want for. Where do you want to be taken? Okay, here's a warning. I don't need to pull up the slides, T. I'm going to talk about it. Warning. People don't understand. You've got to say, Riddle, you've got to say to them where we're going to take them. We said we're going to take it to where you can. First, you got to find out what they want. If it's ball games they want, we're going to take it to where you go to every Super Bowl if you want to. You talk about football games, talk about Davies taking his whole family down there, staying in a suite at the hotel, getting a suite at the Miami's games. If you want to talk about me going, who do you know? You want to talk about Bill going? You want to talk about hunting, fishing, cars? We're going to put you in a Ferrari. We're going to put you in your dream house. This is what we're going to do. This is the game plan. Okay? You have no idea what it's like. Like if you're saying this to a person, if you're going, I'll draw a line. I'll go, you're here and you want to go here. This is making $80,000 a month. This is who you associate with, the books you read, the audios you listen to, and the people you hang around. You hang around these people, you go from here to here, and we get you there. Y'all see how I'm doing it? I'm more on that. You saw me do with that young guy, what's his name? Parker, right? I did it the very first day, Rojas. You saw me in the office. That's the first time I ever sat down with him. I showed him association. When I think about people like that, Brandon, I'm thinking, please be texting him and say, hey, Albright's talking about you on a show. Can you log in? Here's the link. Here's the link. By the way, I saw Chelsea book 14 appointments this week.
Yep, she's actually in a house right now.
She's in a house making a sale right now.
Americo, baby.
Marco. All right. Number 2, people want you to fix their problem. I need to give you a lot of warnings about this. You do not get sucked down into their drama. You do not tell them what to do. They want you to fix their problem by saying, fire him, divorce her, marry her, kick her out, bribe her to get back in. Go run 20 appointments. Put all the leads on your credit card. They want you to tell them what to do. You got to be very careful that you don't tell them like this, because they'll suck you into their drama and you will be the problem on day 2. Very hard, because you want to tell people what to do. Okay? So what you do is you brainstorm with people the situation. You let them think. You let them talk. And you let them talk about what to do. Everybody wants me to tell them what to do. Hey, man, I want to refinance my house. What do I do? All right, draw out your numbers, your math. See how I just did it? I go, okay, here's what let's do. Let's do out your finances. Show me your math. Show me your house payment. Show me what your rent payment's going to be. Show me what the new mortgage, what's the fee? What do you mean fee? Well, you refinance, there's a fee, right? Find out how much it is. How much cash you got to put up. Hey, I want to go platinum. Hey, I want to go ruby. Great. What do I need to do? I go, well, let's talk about it. How many appointments? Let's look at your previous numbers. How many appointments you're going to have to go on? How many leads do you need to buy? Brainstorm with them how to fix the problem that they have and help them determine. If I get in all your mess and tell you what to do and then it don't work because you halfway did it, you're going to blame me. You want to avoid the drama by brainstorming with them on how to fix the problem and help them determine which way to go. I got a guy right now asking me to do something. I mean, I ain't gonna get sucked in. I'm not gonna make the decision for him. I'm not gonna cover his butt. I'm not bailing him out. I'm not loaning him money. He's gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna help him figure it out. We're gonna brainstorm together. Number 3, everybody hates risk. And here's the way the risk shows up. What if I go and do what you say and it don't work? In other words, what if the system don't work? Am I a sucker for jumping in and putting all my energy in? And then number 3, can I even do this? Can I do this? Am I a sucker? I tell you what, we will post these slides. I think they might be posted on Facebook or on WhatsApp. We'll post them, but I want to just talk about them, okay? All right. So when we bring people into our event, we do answer all of these questions. The reason your people are not moving, you're not answering these questions, Riddle, Jake, but when they come in here and we get all 4 of those things answered, they go crazy because we've removed the 4 hurdles. We have removed the 4 challenges. How do we do it? We get them around Bell Krause. This is a bomb disposal expert who's making more money than you. We get them around Megan Wood. We say, here's a waitress that's making more money than you. We get them around Brant Swindell. We said, here's a surfer that's making more money than you. We get them around Mark Hutchinson. Here's a referee. Here's a basketball referee making more money. We get around Davies, a young man who decided never to go to college. Just said, I'm not going to college. Waste of time. We get them around Patrick Connors, who is a rocket scientist, degree from Cornell University. We get them around. You see what I'm saying? Like, we eliminate it. We say things like this system's foolproof because they're thinking, does the system work? And then the people get up on stage and say, I did the system. And then Eric Belair gets up there and talks about how he went to the place where you hock your rings. Where you go to the
pawn shop.
Goes to the pawn shop, puts his wedding band up, his wife's wedding diamond up to go to his first event. What if I'm a fool for investing? He wipes that out with that story. Can I even do this? We have people meet people that look like them, act like them, sound like them, from their neighborhood, same age, same color, same height, same weight. Just we show them that you can do it. Everybody's worried about risk. Can I do it? Number 4. All right, so I do want to tell you this because Jeff spends a lot of time thinking this through in his world. If a person says, does the system work? The question is, do you want it to work? Do you want it to work? If a person says, am I a fool for investing in this? You can say, do you need this? So you're answering a question with a question. Do you need this to work? I needed this to work. I wanted this to work. And the last one is, can I do this? And the question is, are you willing to do the things you have to do? Not can you, but are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do the thing? Can I do this? Are you willing to do the things you got to do? If you won't go I say this when I show the plan, I go, anybody can do this, except if a person refuses to make phone calls, refuses to return phone calls, refuses to go in people's houses. You can't do this. You got to be willing. So I'm answering the can I do it by talking about, are you willing? So what I'm saying is, the reason that I take the lid off of people's ability, the reason that they go after it, is because I am psychologically eliminating all these barriers in so many different ways. When we bring them into the event and we've got 3,000 people there, we're going to wipe out any resemblance of these 4 hurdles. Last one is, can you give me a roadmap to success? Everybody wants to know exactly what to do. My dumbest down version is 40-40. Show the plan to 40 people. You guys want me to do $100,000. Y'all need to be talking to 40 people about this business that you hadn't spoke to before about it. Brandon, you got all those young people. You got Haley's list, your list. We ought to go on Haley's Facebook list and just start messaging them. 20 a day. Hey, man, listen, if you got their cell phone number, you text them. But if you don't, send them a message. 20, 30 a day. And the ones you know, let's call them. Spencer just saw a kid that he didn't even recognize. I mean, though the kid didn't recognize Spencer because he's got so much thicker with his CrossFit, but the kid didn't recognize. We need to call that kid. We need to light this thing up. Okay. Roadmap to success. There's 2 different kinds of people. There's people like me that just want it. There's people like Adam Katz that are willing to do the work. Adam is not a crazy results-oriented guy. He's more of a, I want to be respected by those that I respect. I'm big on that, but I'm bigger on wanting something, wanting results. So if the want to's big enough for aggressive A personality, you're going to be fine as long as they want it. If they have more of a laid back mentality, it's, are you willing to do the 40 appointments a week? Are you willing to make phone calls? So knowing whether you're asking people, do you want it? Or if they're different personality, are you willing to? There's nothing wrong with saying both, taking a chance. I could go like this. I could go like, Jonathan Yakey, can you turn on your audio for me?
Yes, sir.
I could say, man, are you willing to do this? You willing to do the 40 appointments? Are you willing to get out there and hustle?
Yes.
And then I could say, do you want to? Do you want to get rich?
Mm-hmm.
But notice I'm not saying, do you want to do the appointment? I'm saying, do you want to get rich?
Right.
Does that make sense? It's the result I'm doing on this crazy personality. It's the work if it's the laid back personality.
4 people, by the way, texting back. So.
That's people answering back saying, yeah, I'm interested.
Well, 1, but 4 people texted.
You 4 sent 4. Didn't somebody recruit you?
It was actually, basically.
If somebody that you knew from the past told you about this business or referred you or sent you that way?
No, it was someone I met when I moved to Dallas after college. Someone I met through work.
Okay. So my point is, they didn't run an advertisement for you.
No.
They just met you.
Correct.
So like I just met my driver. I wouldn't call that an advertisement. I just met him. Most successful people with us, if you do the numbers, most people that are successful, higher percentage are people like you that you knew, Jake. Now watch this, Jake. You got Mark involved. He hires somebody that he knows. I promise you the statistics of them making it is 100 times. It would be like if you're the kind of person that worries about flying and don't worry about when you're driving down the road, like that driver, by the way, that I tried to recruit. The one reason I didn't talk to her because I didn't want to distract her anymore because that girl was not looking where we were going. I was 10 times more scared in that Cadillac SUV than I am getting in my jet because I know the statistics. You know the statistic. You may quit running advertisements and you might just start talking to everybody you know. Flying on a plane is that much safer than being in a car. Like we could look it up. Somebody Google this. How many people will die today in automobile accident? And then look up how many people would die today in an airplane crash. Nobody gonna die today in an airplane crash. And it's cloudy out there. Ain't nobody gonna die. Car, oh, they gonna die. Somebody tell me. Look it up. It's on there.
$3,287 deaths per day by car accident.
Yeah. How many people are a little bit surprised? I'm a little bit surprised. 3,000 a day die. You go out there like you ain't scared. You need to be scared. Looking like this. My best comfort we were in a Cadillac SUV. I was thinking, they better have a bigger car than us. But I saw big trucks out there. How many people die today, average die today in airplane crashes?
Airplane is 137 a year, so 137.
1/3 of a person gonna die today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, and then you look at the stretch of years that's over. Because you look at 1 year, nobody gonna die this year.
It says 1 in 11 million.
What'd you say?
Annually.
How many?
For Americans, it's 1 in 11 million annually.
In an airplane.
Yeah.
But you look at the statistics are that good for people that you meet and you know and you love and you trust and you have a history with them. You know where their house is. Way less chance of having a chargeback. Way less chance of them being something stupid. You know where they live. You know their mama. You know their daddy. You know they went to high school. You know how to look them up. You like them. You're a friend. You know them. You know people that know them. You know their peer group. We got to be crazy on this. Hey, I want to show y'all something. Hope you like this. Tia, can you pull up any of my pictures? Took some pictures this week. I want to show y'all. Yeah, scroll down to the bottom of that where I think the first one you showed, Tia. On down. So this is the G-Wagon. That's the jet. We're getting ready to take off and head to Dallas. And I was like, you know what? I like this. Somebody asked me, so you got a picture of G-Wagon? I said, just took one. They said, that's the car I want. I can't have that at the beach. I don't have a garage deep enough to get this thing to ride in. That one ain't coming down here. All right, what's next? Is it Brian Adams and Chris Norris? So you guys look forward to meeting these people. That is Eric Peterson. He's Chief Acquisition Officer. You start talking to him, you're talking to the guy who's onboarding you as a partner. There's another one named Ben. I don't have a picture. I didn't get a picture of Ben. I met him for the first time in person. That's Chris Norris. They love the RIA. They're so excited about what we're doing with annuities and the RIA. Y'all see behind me right there, just see to the left, right over Chris's head. That is the coolest, neatest thing I saw down there. Listen to this. When I looked at it, I thought to myself, I hope that represents every partner that has joined the alliance. Okay? So Brian jumps up to start selling it. There's 36, I think, 36 pictures up. They've now closed 100 deals. Okay? They've closed. They haven't announced 100. I don't know how many they've announced, but they've closed 100. Okay, go to the next picture, Tia. All right. Go down, keep going down. I want to go to this art, and then I'll come back to those and tell you about it. Okay, going down. On down. Okay, right here. So each one of these have a story behind it. There's one, let's see, is there another one? That might be the last one. There's one up there of John Wayne. One of my friends is named John Wayne. His code name was the Duke. It was Project Duke. These things are highly secretive. They don't, in other words, internally, nobody knows who they're looking at. Like if they're looking at Riddle, there's a code name and nobody knows it's Andy Riddle. There's a code name for Leventovich. There's a code name for Davies. My code name, not shocking, was Wolfpack. So let's show them what the Wolfpack looks like, Tia. Okay. So the artist said, does he have children? And Brian said, yes, 2. He said, there's Jane, there's Andy, and there's Spencer, and there's Haley. Albright did this for his family, not just his agent's family, for the agent's family, but my family, the Wolf Pack. So this is a hand-carved wooden plaque. Listen to this. You can print. You put ink on it. You can print this. So my print is going to be that. But that's the original piece of wood. He said in the beginning, he said, I want to do one for the agent or the manager and one for us. But they're 47 behind. The guy did this on the side. He had to quit his job. He said, you quit the job and we will pay you full time to do this art. So if you want a piece of this art, you got to go partner. And we actually had a friend of mine in there. He's got a big business, makes millions. And we were thinking about offering him a partnership. He's a peer. And I told him, I said, you got to come in and meet these guys. And I told him, I said, if you want a piece of that art, you're going to have to become a partner. And he was like, and this guy's 62 years old. He's like, I want a piece of that art. I want a piece of that art. Let me just ask y'all, how many of y'all want a piece of that art? Raise your hand. You want to be one of them? I was so fired up. Okay. So the building that they live in, that they have an office in, is the one where I showed you, we were in office and I said, that's Brian Adams. It's impressive, but it's more impressive if we can get you across the street to this other building. Now go to those pictures of oh, by the way, just scroll down this one right here. Let's do the turkey one. Let me tell you what that one is. So the turkey one, I was like, what is the turkey one? He said, it's actually Project Thunder. And Project Thunder, and I didn't look this up, somehow it's tied into turkey hunting because of the thunder that they produce. And I'm going like, so that is Tidewater Management Group. And Tidewater Management Group is the organization that Spencer's recruiting for. So I took a picture of that and sent it to him because I'm not sure if the people that own that company know what art is up there, because a lot of people don't know. I've not heard this story. It's the first time I ever heard it. Okay, scroll down to the picture. So across the street, one more down, keep going down. Okay, this is a restaurant. Oh, I gotta look at the name of it. This is a restaurant that you can't get into. Like you call up there, you'll be booking next June if you want to go. It's called the Monarch. Look this up. The Monarch in Dallas, Texas. It's like a 6-star. When we went up, they said, we do not have a seat for you. And Brian said, yeah, you do. Brian Adams. And they said, okay, Mr. Adams, we have you a seat. He said, I would like to sit in this area. They said, Mr. Adams, there is no 2-top available in that area. The minimum in that area is 2-top. He said, well, just, check and make sure that you can't let me have a seat in that area. It was approximately 10 seconds. She said something to somebody and she said, follow me, Mr. Adams. And we sat at a 4-top. We did not sit in one of these booths. We're sitting at the table in front of this booth. That building you see is Integrity's building. Got it? So we're looking at, he's like, they've leased, I think he said 3 floors. All kinds of deals he got on it. He's got first right of refusal of every floor that's open. So before somebody else leases it, he's got to say, yeah, we're not ready for it yet. He wants to fill up the whole building with integrity. And as he would say, build a proper business. Okay? Scroll up and see if, let's scroll one more down. Is there another picture inside the restaurant? No, so that's in the building. See, that's not impressive. All right, now, so we had this fabulous dinner, fabulous Bordeaux wine, chopped salad, sole steak. It was awesome. He said, let me show you this cool bar downstairs. It's another view of the building. So we go down there. What I'm pointing at is the view of the building. That is the Integrity Building. And their offices are right when the pyramid starts to do this right here. It's like right in that V, right up in there is where their offices are. And it goes all the way around. So y'all can imagine how beautiful this is, looking out over all of Dallas, out of their offices. I think it's on the 47th floor, like for real 47 floors. So here's what I want to do. Is there another one down there? Tia, is another one view? Okay. So the building's back behind me, not the best angle. All right. Okay. Let's go back to the recruiting contest. Here's what I'm looking for, Nick. I'm looking, and Brandon and Bale and Jake and Marcus and Yakey, who can I take out to Dallas? I'm looking at a couple of different times to go out there. Brian said, bring out some people. Let's meet them. I want hungry. I want ambitious. I want to have ability there. I'm looking the second week in June is what I'm really prefer. Like the 9th and the 10th. I wouldn't mind doing a deal at Integrity and then doing a deal at Paul Roberts' office and having another 200 people for an opportunity meeting on Thursday night. So maybe do Wednesday night, then do Thursday training, then an opportunity meeting Thursday night. This is what I'm looking for. A backup would be the 23rd and 24th. I'm looking for a midway point for this contest for $100,000. Who do we take out to Dallas? And I'm going to do my best based on who's selling and recruiting and building. And I'm talking IULs, final expense, mortgage protection, moving money into BAM, getting commissions on that, moving money into annuities, recruiting like crazy, and leaving your house to recruit. I don't want people in there in Dallas. It's going to be a tough choice. But this is Integrity guy. I'm going to have to say, give me 1 second. I'm not going to disc him totally. In the middle of a conference call with about 300 people on ... I will call you right back shortly. Okay. That's Dennis Trawchak. He is a chief distribution guy that deals with all the carriers and a lot of other. He's like one of their right-hand men. You need to learn these names. Dennis Trawchak. Y'all be meeting him. Okay. So how do I judge it? This is going to be a primary factor in how I pick. So wait a minute, I can't be on there. I'm an agency manager. Yeah, you can. You can put people on there, so your name's going to be there as agency manager. Does that make sense? Your job is to find somebody else and get them to win. Y'all tracking with me? We're going to go out to Dallas. We're going to tour the facility. We're going to look at the artwork. We're going to touch it. We're going to meet Brian Adams. A smaller group is going to go to dinner. And then a little bit bigger group is going to go to that bar. The one that went to dinner, going to go to the bar also. A few more people go to bar. And some of the people are not going to get up in that building unless they find a way to get up in that building on their own. And some people are not even going to be in Dallas. So I'm just, here's what I need. Think about this. Go back to my people, my faces, Tia. Here's what I'm looking for. Rojas, 50 people doing 20,000 a month is $1 million. An average of an 8.3% spread, and you're making 83,000 a month. You hear that, Nick? I know. If you get 100 people there, their average is 3,000 a month. So we can figure out how many people you got to get to go to family reunion. But I can tell you the simple math is 50 people doing 20 is $1 million with an 8.3% spread, and you're going to make 83,000 a month. Everybody tracking on that math? I know I'm doing it fast. You could also have 100 people doing 10. You could have 20 people doing 50,000. But 20,000 a month is not going, it's not like the 4-minute mile. It's more like an Albright mile, 10, 12 minutes. It's not that hard. $20,000 a month is not going to kill you. 50 people doing 20,000, Megan. You and Jonathan find one. Both of y'all find one. Both of y'all find one. You see the numbers? It goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. If everybody's getting one, it goes you, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. You've blown past it. It's getting that one. That the reason this works better with friends, Jake, is it's more likely that those 2 friends you got are going to find one more person. You hire another person, he don't trust you, he don't believe in the system, he wants to get paid first, he wants to get paid again, he wants to see a convention. Oh my God, what it takes to build the faith and the trust. But you get a buddy of yours, he understands, you eliminate the 4 big hurdles, give him where he's going to feel like, eliminate his risk, give him a path to success. You walk on through all that, you can get a buddy moving. Now you go from you and him. Now it's 3 of y'all. You each find one, and we're at 6 people doing 20,000. Just like that. So I heard this guy went partner, and he wasn't even with the company 2 years. What'd he do? Well, he believed. He worked. He got somebody else and somebody else. Is this helping? I will try to nail down the dates to go out to Dallas. We can't take everybody. Don't get mad. Can it be somebody in your group? Yes. Could it be you? We got 2,000 people selling insurance. We're going to take a small group of people. Let's go for it. $100,000 contest, less than 90 days. We are transferring all the money. We're transferring all the money over that you've paid for tickets in the past. We're getting that organized. We're going to get all your downline accounted for, and we're going to put out a leaderboard of who's got the most WIT signed up so far. That's not an agency manager. I can't wait to see that leaderboard. Tia, Preston, Charles, Chris, all my smart statistical analytical people, can't wait to see that leaderboard. Because I want to know who's signing up the WIT that's not an agency manager. I will say this too. I want to know agency managers. I'm asking my staff this. I want to know which agency manager has the most legs with a ticket purchase. Agency managers, we will recognize, because I'm trying to decide who's coming out to the Dallas. So if it's Jake and Bale, I want to know how many people y'all got signed up in WIT, because I'm trying to determine which agency managers I invite out to Dallas. I want to see how many Riddle has signed up to come to the event. Megan Wood, can you believe she had the most organizations there and the most sales? I like it. Y'all, I ain't trying to be mean to nobody. When they go, I'm focused on recruiting, I go, then how do you not beat Megan Wood? Because she is not focused on recruiting. You go, I'm focused on selling. Well, how do you not focus on Megan Wood? Because you know she's focused on recruiting. You know she's focused on recruiting, or else she wouldn't have that many legs there. I tell you what she's doing is she's focused on selling and recruiting. You think she's perfect, Andy? No. You think she's a golden girl? No. I'm just using you. Dude, what were you, Bell? You were number 3 in legs there, right? Or Jake, I should say Jake. Y'all were number 3 in organizations there?
That sounds right, Andy. 3, I think.
That was impressive. Were you taken back by that?
It did take me by surprise when we started counting it up. It was, and we've got that many and more already signed up for family reunions. So it's on.
You have more legs signed up for a family reunion than you had at our boot camp?
We have 9 legs represented. There's more than that signed up. We have 9 legs represented so far.
Y'all thought Jake wasn't working, but he was. Bale has been beating him over the head with a broomstick. Man's leading the dead-gum country in recruiting. All right, everybody tracking with this? There's going to be a leaderboard that shows the top 25 agency managers. Who giving us some money to? Yeah, $100,000 I'm giving to you to get your downline moving. The leaderboard will represent pride. The leaderboard will represent profitability. The agency manager leaderboard will represent your name is going to be on there. Tim Long.
Yes, sir, Andy.
What are you out there doing?
Running business.
Where are you running business?
I'm in somewhere between Marietta and Atlanta right now. I'm not sure. I'm following the GPS. Listening to you.
Is your heart pumping?
It's pumping. I want some money. I want to go to Dallas.
Some people do anything to go to Dallas. And in turn, they become a multimillionaire. It's a trade-off. Levin Tovich, what do you think about all this commotion?
Sorry about that. Had to find my mute button. Hooey, man. Hey, I tell you what. It's like thinking about partner. I just love the visuals and just hopefully people can like see themselves there. And then you talk about the recruiting and the width and incentives to get people to a family reunion. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people are out there hungry. You know, I hear people saying, man, blah, 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 with all the unemployment money and benefits, some people don't want to work. Yeah, some people don't. But you know what? A lot of people do. There's people out there that are still craving. There's the workers out there that have no idea. It never occurred to them they could go out and make $100,000 in a month. It just never occurred to them. But they'd be willing to do it if somebody would simply tell them. And it's just a matter about us stop being selfish in our own worlds, and we're all guilty of can we take the moment to gift it to someone else who's going to see it as a gift and stop thinking about how they might react to you. Hey, you've given a gift before when somebody thought it was a crappy gift. Ain't no big deal. You was like, look at them, that fool. Do they not know what I went through to get it to them? And it's like, and maybe you was one of those people that crapped on someone else's gift. It's like, you re-gifted it. It's like, so what? Ain't no big deal. But my gosh, what a gift. And we just got to be thinking more past that because they're out there. Look, the market's there. The company looking to help you get there is there. It's just like between Andy and Integrity, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's fun. We're going, we're moving.
You think doubling it to 100,000 is going to make a big difference?
It's going to make a difference to people that see it. That see it as a gift and an opportunity to start running yesterday.
See it as you mean like a vision? Like, do they seize the opportunity? Do they see what we're throwing out there?
Yeah. Some people are going to do it because they can see themselves using the money. Some people are going to do it because they want to be number one, like Riddle. You know, it's going to be somebody's just competitive. Somebody's just going to say, man, I think money could help me. Somebody's going to say, I just want to do it because I want my business growing because I'm going to get partners somehow, some way. I don't know who's going to see it which way, but let's start running.
Joe Dukes, Unmute
Sure.
your button there, buddy. You look like you about to jump out of your skin.
And I'm like, whoa, I just want to go. I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. And yeah, I totally agree with Mike. The people that see it are going to seize it. And that's, I mean, every time you drop a contest, dude, it just gets better. Every time you've changed something, even when I didn't understand why you were changing it, you had the vision, you had the longer vision than the rest of us. And man, every time that stuff just gets better. We see it 5-6 months down the road. We're like, holy crap. How did Andy see this coming? And just like, I thought he was out of his mind, and then boom. And then he was out of his mind. He was crazy like a fox. So bro, thank you for everything that you're doing. I'm so fired up to go partner, baby. 10X in 6 months now.
We should do another one, Joseph Dukes, and destination be Champion Ranch.
Oh, dadgum.
Y'all look up Champion Ranch. Was it Tyler? Not Tyler. Is it Tyler? No, it's not Tyler, Texas. Brady, Texas.
Brady, yeah.
Brady, Texas. Look up Champion Ranch, Brady, Texas. We should meet there. They might can't afford to shoot anything, but they can afford to stay there, right?
Be fun to go. But when you hear the gun go off, you're like, shoot.
You tour. You can watch somebody else do something. There's a place you can hit golf balls there. Hey, I want to see you, Joe. I really want to work hard to get you to $2 million a month in the next 18 months.
Yes, sir.
I was texting Chris Hill. I was like, Chris, would you help me get Brandon Manley to $2 million a month? Andy, what was that? That's 100 people doing 20,000. That's all it is.
Right.
One more turn, 64 goes to 128. You and one guy, you and Vinny, you and Mark, Brandon, 2 people, 4 people, 8 people, 16, 32, 64, 128. That's what we need to do in 18 months. Next 90 days. If you can get 20 people to doing 20,000 a month and get them to that event, get 20 people that are capable. Think about every one of those helicopter pilots, Jake, they're capable of 20,000 a month, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we just got to eliminate the barriers in their mind. That we know the barriers are going to be eliminated. Let's do them real quick. The barriers. Where are we going? How are we going to live? Fix my problems. I got children. I got 5 kids at home. I just went through a divorce. I'm going through a divorce. I had cancer. I can't read that good. Whatever I want to fix the problem. We brainstorm with them and we determine what they got to do to be in control. They really want to be in control of the situation and they feel like they're out of control. So by us brainstorming with them, we show them how to take control of the situation. But we let them to decide to take control. That's what we're really doing when they want us to fix their problem. Nobody wants risk. Nobody wants to risk anything. Hey, let me tell you, Nick, your wife don't want risk. She does not want to risk being made a fool. She does not want to risk you being away from the family as much as you were in other deals and it didn't work. If you do it this time and it don't work, that's what my wife said. You said the same thing in Amway. And I was like, well, it worked. We got free. She said, yeah, but we didn't get rich. If we go do this and it don't work, everybody needs that risk tolerance brought down. Do you want it to? Do you need it to? Are you willing to? I promise you, family reunion is going to wipe out all these 4 excuses and then needing a roadmap. Jake Joseph, what say ye?
I'm fired up. I mean, I just texted 12 people. I had one of them, I had to text them real quick back because I was listening to you. I'm going to call them as soon as we get off. I had 2 other people text me back. Gosh, having that much money, going to Integrity headquarters I didn't think Bray and I would ever be able to experience anything like this. Being out at the cabin, it's crazy. And I love the way you put it was so simple, is people want to know it's going to work for them. And then you providing all these examples of everyone doing something different and being able to succeed here is massive. I mean, it's just an easy way to look at a big difference and help people make money. I love it.
Hey, watch this. Hey, Beret, you've told your story, Beret Joseph. You've told your story a little bit. Give a little high level to. I'm not sure if Chris Manifeld's heard it. I know Jake Hatton, Stephanie Rodriguez. Give them when y'all were young. What happened? Y'all started dating. Kind of give them a high level. Give them the dramatic. Bam! And here's the decisions we made.
So Jake and I started dating when we were 15. We got pregnant when we were 17. Got told to get an abortion. Ran away. Didn't get an abortion, had the baby, struggled, had another kid by the time we were 20, got married when we were 21, and here we are. We're part of the alliance. We're only going up here.
Could you imagine if you'd have been talking to me back then and I said, Ray, I mean, you got no choice. That sounds like to me, I guess you could stay at home and just, they can't make you get an abortion. But they might be giving you hell. What are you going to do? But I know this. One day you'll be traveling the world. One day that kid have college education paid for. One day, what's the first kid's name? The eldest?
Reina.
What is it?
Reina.
So one day Reina is going to be grinning and you're going to be crying. Glad that you made that. People just need a roadmap. They need hope. What is it going to feel like? But they've already made decisions. Like, how many people have made decisions? Maybe not that dramatic, but you've made decisions in your life when somebody said you can't do it, but you did it anyway. Anybody got one of those? Aunts, cousins, uncles, mamas, daddies, wives, husbands, children. You ain't got a shot. They did it. How do you like me now? That's the country music song that goes with that. How do you like me now? God, you know how much it would fire me up to see Jake and Beret sitting there having this little soul. Have you ever had Dover sold? Beret, do you like fish at all? You don't like fish? We got steak.
I don't even know what that is.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. I want to show you. Jake, it'd be awesome. Hey, Jason Mathis, what say ye?
Yes, sir. Oh my God, dude, 50,000, 100,000. Be able to put it into your agents group and help them build their team, help them get the partner. Hell yeah, fired up. Trey was texting me right now, and I got gonna call 12 people. Hell, we're gonna rock it out.
I heard from that kid too, Trey. He's fired up. My question, Trey, is what is he willing to do to get 12 legs at family reunion? What is he willing to do? And does he want to get 12? Does that make sense? These are the questions we got to ask him. Was he willing to do what he's willing to pay? Is he willing to risk embarrassment? Is he willing to call every single one of his friends? He's willing to go to their house. Just go knock on his friend's house and say, man, listen, I got to show you this business. What are you willing to do? And then how bad do you want it? Atsoy, what say ye?
Yes, sir. How are you? So I'm fired up.
How many legs did you have at the event we just went to, the summit?
I got four. Four legs.
4 legs there.
Yes.
So y'all are agency managers. Did Marisol, who had the most legs? Like what person under you had the most legs there? Do you know?
Marisol.
Marisol. How many legs did Marisol have?
I got 3 over there. 3 legs.
So Marisol had 3. I don't know if 3 will get her in the top 25. I think if she gets 12 there, she may be in the top 10. You see how this works, Atsoy?
Yes. Yes, Andy.
We got plane tickets. We got hotels. And the
already.
people that are from North Carolina that are only an hour away, how do they got an excuse, right? They don't have to pay for a plane flight, right?
And you know what? An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So we're taking all the people to the family reunion to get knowledge, and you will see how big is gonna be the group after the family reunion event.
Knowledge pays the best interest. I love that, Otsoy. Hey, I was sitting here. Somebody said I missed James and Pam. Alara hit Sapphire in March. Way to go, Alara team. Y'all been smoking. Jeremico. Kicking butt, taking names. Thank you for all these messages, guys. Listen. How'd y'all like Paul Roberts' questions he's being asked? Are you still going, what was it? Are you still going to like Robbie? Are you still like Robbie Kraft? That was funny. He said, people asking him, are you still coming to family reunion? What do y'all think? We kicked him out of the family because he went partner? Tamara and Paul are there. They're locked in. They got hotel rooms. Are they still in the contest? Hell yeah, they're in the contest. They're part of the alliance. We are partners now. People are funny. By the way, wasn't any of your business anyway? I shouldn't even told you. Ain't none of your business. Hey, I got my mind on my business and my business on my mind. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. You guys got your mind on your past. You got your mind on Paul Roberts' business. You got your mind on my business. Mind your own business. Hey, that might be the best advice given on this show today. Mind your own business. What that little girl say when her dad was trying to help her with a seatbelt? She said, "Worry about yourself." Y'all know that one? Put that video out. Can I help you, baby? You worry about yourself. I got my seatbelt. You get yourself, but you worry about yourself. Anytime you worried about what somebody else has got, somebody else is doing, somebody else's business, means you ain't worried about your business. And your business needs to be worried about. $20,000 production. We did 2020. You want to do 2020? I thought you wanted us to write 40,000. If you do 20,000 a month and they don't take you but 13 appointments, I don't care. Do you want me to run 40 appointments? I simplified it. It's 40-40. We got shirts got 40-40. Hats got 40-40. Mugs got 40-40. Want me to tell you? What if you did 2020 this week and 2020 next week? Well, that's what you just did. You just did 40-40. It just took you 2 weeks to do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, guys. You want those pictures? Any of those from Brian, the building? We'll make them available. We'll put them up on WhatsApp. We'll make them available to you. You need something to keep in front of you. The picture of your children, picture of freedom. What is your code name going to be? Mine was Wolfpack. Guess what Roberts was? One guess. Rockstar. Rockstar. You know it's going to be an awesome jamming picture for Rockstar. What is the artist going to come up with for Paul Roberts? What's the artist going to come up with for you? Hey, guys, I love y'all. Hope this is helpful. Let's go kill this. Crank it up. I can't wait till those leaderboards come out and your name up at the top. Bye.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nikki.